Dan ada yang 1 jam, ada yang 1,5
This
jam.
meeting is being recorded.
Online gitu ya, Kak?
Online, yes.
Itu private. Tadi aku agak hilang private.
Is being
Kalian
recorded.
atau 2 jam 1 minggu kalian join kelas, it's fine. Mungkin ada pertanyaan untuk study abroad nih tadi kan.
Universitas Gadjah Mada menuju World Class University.
Untuk mewujudkan visi dan misi UGM sesuai statuta, maka proses yang berjalan di UGM harus dapat diukur dengan baik menggunakan parameter apapun, termasuk parameter yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia. Tahun ini, dari sekitar 26.000 universitas di dunia, kita berhasil masuk dalam jajaran 1,5% universitas terbaik di dunia.
Apa saja indikator yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia? QS World University Ranking. Times Higher Education World University Ranking.
Sejak akhir tahun 2015, UGM melalui program-programnya secara serius bekerja keras memperbaiki proses pada indikator penilaian QS. Mulai awal tahun 2017, UGM juga mulai melakukan perbaikan proses pada indikator penilaian rankingan Times Higher Education.
Nama saya Hasan Spaihat, aku dari Palestina. Aku belajar di sini di UGM Fakultas Kedokteran.
I'm from Osnabrück in Germany and I'm an international student at UGM. I choose UGM because
UGM punya staff, program dan laboratorium yang bagus.
So this university I think is really the best.
Saat ini UGM menempati posisi 203 dunia untuk reputasi akademiknya. Saya yakin apabila UGM terus melakukan perbaikan-perbaikan fundamental pada proses-proses dan seluruh aspek yang berjalan, maka tidak mustahil UGM akan lebih mengakar kuat dan menjulang tinggi.
Mari kita lanjutkan usaha-usaha untuk bersama-sama memperbaiki proses-proses yang berjalan agar UGM benar-benar menjulang tinggi dengan tetap mengakar kuat dan bermanfaat untuk ilmu pengetahuan, kesejahteraan masyarakat, dan kemanusiaan.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating in one of the sessions of the Overseas Education Expo by Universitas Gadjah Mada. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rizka, a third-year international relations student in UGM, and I will be the moderator for this session. Today, we are glad to be having representatives from one of the leading universities in Asia, and that is Ibaraki University. The representative of Ibaraki University, Mr. or Ms. Yoko Ikeda and Mr. and Ms. N. Sakagami, will be presenting all there is to know about Ibaraki University for approximately 20 minutes. And afterwards, the session will be followed suit by a Q&A session for 10 minutes. If during the sessions you have questions, you can type it in the chat box, or you can ask it directly to the representatives of Ibaraki University by unmuting yourself or raising your hand at the end of the session. I'm so excited to hear about Ibaraki University, and I hope you guys are too. So without further ado, sir or ma'am, the time and place is yours.
Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, thank you for coming to our presentation. My name is Yoko Ikeda, the head of Center for Global Education, and with Dr. Sakagami from College of Agriculture, we will talk about study abroad program at Ibaraki University. Okay, next slide, please. Today's topic is four topics about Ibaraki University and double degree programs and AIMS program and Japanese language and culture program. I will talk about a brief introduction of Ibaraki University and number 4, Japanese language culture program, and Dr. Sakagami will talk about 2 and 3. Okay, next slide, please. Hey. About Ibaraki University. Okay. Ibaraki University is a medium-sized national university that was established in 1949. And the number of students are approximately about 8,000 students and 900 staff and faculty, including a little less than 300 international students. Ibaraki University has 5 colleges, 5 graduate programs, and 1 diploma program on 3 campuses, Hitachi and Mito and Ami. At Hitachi campus, which is the north of Ibaraki Prefecture, there is a College of Engineering. And Mito campus, the Mito is the capital city of Ibaraki. Mito campus, College of Humanities and College of Education and College of Science are located. And Ami campus is a College of Agriculture. You can see, the map is quite small, but you can see where Tokyo is. Tokyo, can you point at Tokyo? Yes, Tokyo. Tokyo, Ibaraki is north of Tokyo, which is not too far from Tokyo, so it's a good location, about 100 kilometers north of Tokyo. Okay, so next slide is about DD program and AIMS program. So Dr. Sakagami will talk about it.
Okay. So I would like to talk about the DD program and AIMS program. And so first of all, selamat pagi and ohayo gozaimasu. I'm Sakagami from Ibaraki University, and I'm working in the Faculty of Agriculture, Faculty of Pertanian, and mainly promoting the collaboration with partner universities in Southeast Asia. And as you may know, that UGM and Ibaraki University has long history of our collaboration. And as you can see, 2000s, the collaboration was started with research-based collaboration, mainly with Faculty of Pertanian. And middle 2000s, we started the students exchange. But at that time, it was only the short term. And one of the key professors is Ilpang, and very high level, and he is the administrative staff in UGM. And so we started the research exchange and students exchange, but in 2011, and we started the double degree program. So at that time, Isa is the first DD students from UGM, and he is the supervisor in Ibaraki University, Professor Ota, and actually he is the lecturer now, lecturer of Ibaraki University now. And her supervisor in Indonesia was Pak Doni and Pak Irfan from Faperta. So we have a long history of our collaboration, and we started the students exchange for master courses, but we find that the collaboration for under to promote our collaboration. So we started, firstly we started the KKN collaboration. She is Bu Ani from Faperta, and our students joined the KKN activities in Desa Serang. It's near from Purwokerto, I think. So our collaboration was finally expanded to the AIMS program. So I think many of you already know about the AIMS program, maybe yes, that the Asian international mobility for students. So I think not only faculty, but also I think faculty of business, international business or something like that also joined this AIMS program. So yeah, this is me. I'm Nobuo Sakagami and Dari Ibaraki University, and I just visited faculty to promote the AIMS program collaboration. And these are our students who was studying in UGM for one semester. And after that, we accepted this guy and this guy in Ibaraki University as AIMS students. She was the first AIMS students in 2014. And this is Buani and this is me. So we have long history. Yeah, again, we have. And after 2017, we have more. We just needed to have more exchange program in terms of the food science. So we just started not only we started the collaboration not only with faculty but also with FAPET, Faculty of Animal Science maybe. But in 2020 we have a big problem with COVID-19. So this year, from last year we are seeking more opportunities for online exchange program. So last year, I think we welcomed 5 students from UGM for this online AIMS course. Yeah. So yes, this is students from food science and from our faculty. So I would like to explain about the double degree program firstly. So this is the program for master course students, but mainly for the students in biotechnology program in Faculty of Agriculture. But as you know, I think the audience is mainly from undergraduates, right? So sorry. So if you enroll in the graduate school, first Sarjana, please challenge to this program. Normally, UGM, you can obtain the master degree of UGM with maybe 40 credits. But in this program, 10 credits can be transferred from Ibaraki University. And Ibaraki University requires usually 30 credits. But Kira 9 credits can be transferred from UGM. So you can obtain 2 degrees with 50 credits. So and in this program, you can be enrolled in UGM in September, and after one semester, you can enroll in Ibaraki University, and after 1 year, you can come to Japan and spend 1 year, 2 semesters in Japan, and then go back to Indonesia and finish the both thesis for Ibaraki University and Gajah Mada University. So this is very high level program, but more すみません。言葉が出てこなくなっちゃった。But let me introduce about the AIMS program for undergraduate students. So in this AIMS program, we have about 10 partner universities, but the most important partner is, of course, Gajah Mada University, and we have another partners in Indonesia from Bogor and IPB and Unsri, and also and Kasetsat University from Thai, and And from Thai, we have the collaboration with Meparam University and Chiang Mai. And in Malaysia, we have collaboration with USM and UKM. And this is Brunei Darussalam University. So, for the AIMS exchange students, we offer some courses related to sustainable agriculture or sustainable science. So the objective of our courses is to educate talented students who can plan up and promote sustainable community improvement and environmental preservation. So this is the outcomes. But the important point is the basis of the sustainable development of ASEAN countries. And we offer several courses in English. So the first one is adaptation to environmental change and disaster risk. And the second one is omitted now. But the third one is environmental and symbiotic sciences. This is mainly from the aspect of agriculture. And the next one is environmental conservation agriculture. And we have some another lectures related to sustainable food science and sustainable animal science or something like that. But with this seminar and lab works, we allow students to belong to the laboratories. So the students can spend their time in the laboratories and have some experiences related to researches. She is Aisha from UGM. So she joined the laboratory of something. She has very nice experience, and she tried to come back to Ibaraki University as mixed scholarship students, but still we are waiting her successful report. And this is Gina from UGM, and she was, so every student can enjoy our classes every year, and we have good students, and I believe that they have satisfied with our lectures. And so as Ikeda Sensei and Professor Ikeda said, explained about that, we are very near from Tokyo, but it's okay, and the campus is very nice, and we have the silent and a really small town not in Mito campus it is the capital city of Ibaraki Prefecture, but the Faculty of Agriculture is in Ami town, and it's small and peaceful town, and we have the prayers room. So Muslim friendly campus, and we can offer. So the double degree program and AIMS program is mainly for the students or from Faculty of Agriculture. But for other students, we can offer the Japanese language and culture program. So Ikeda Sensei, よろしくお願いします。
Okay, I will briefly talk about Japanese language and culture program. And this program is offered by Center for Global Education, and the place is at Mito campus. It provides students with the opportunity to learn and to improve their Japanese language skills and to deepen their understanding of Japanese culture and society. Next slide, please. This is a list of Japanese courses We offer 5 levels of Japanese language classes from level 1, which is for complete beginners. If you don't know any Japanese, even if you don't know any Japanese, you can join this program. But up to level 5, which is for pre-advanced students, like JLPT N2 or N1. On your arrival, you will take a placement test and the appropriate level will be recommended. So we have several classes and you can see the variety of Japanese classes. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, let me talk about why you should consider studying at Ibaraki University. First, you can improve your Japanese. Small class size and cozy learning atmosphere, as you can see, with the number of students is quite few. And intermediate advanced learner can take regular courses with Japanese students. So all the classes are conducted in Japanese, but it's quite difficult, it's challenging, but still you can take regular classes. And also experienced teacher for all levels. Like myself, I teach for many years of Japanese, and I'll be teaching you, I hope. And next slide, please. Another reason, learn about Japan in English with Japanese students. We offer a wide range of Japan-related classes in English. For example, Japanese pop culture, studies in contemporary Japan, and study in particular fields and geography of Japan, Japanese film history, multicultural Japan, and so on. So you can learn about Japan with Japanese students. So it's a good opportunity to make friends with Japanese students. Yes, next slide, please. And a wide range of cultural and educational activities are also provided during the semesters. For example, field trips. We have field trip in every semester and also tea ceremony. And this is a picture. We visited tea master's house and participated in tea ceremonies. And also, there's an event watching traditional performance such as kabuki. So you can learn about and enjoy Japanese traditional culture as well as modern ones. Next slide, please. And as I said, it's nice, perfect location to study. Nice and quiet, medium-sized city surrounded by culture and historical attractions. And that is close to Tokyo and close to the beach and other attractive places. Like the one with flowers is Hitachi Seaside Park. It's quite world-famous park in Ibaraki. And it's close to the beach and you can enjoy the 4 seasons in Ibaraki. Thank you. Next slide, please. And accommodation, international student house. Many of you may think living in Japan is quite expensive, but it's not as expensive as you may think. You can stay at international student dorms, so it's quite reasonable. It's not more than reasonable. About $60 per month. And also, as you can see, it's a private, for Mito campus, it's private room and with kitchen and bath. So you can cook your own meals. So you don't have to go to restaurant and pay expensive meals. So it's average monthly expenses about $450 to $700. So it's not so expensive compared to university in Europe or US and so on. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, I hope you are interested in studying at Ibaraki University. So please visit our website. And also if you have any question, please feel free to ask us. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you so much for Ms. Ikeda and Mr. Sakagami for the very insightful presentation. It's very nice to see the experiences of both UGM University as well as Ibaraki University students in studying in UGM. Muslim students. And for now, we have reached the Q&A session. The session will last for 10 minutes. So to all of the participants here, you may raise your hand or unmute yourself so you can ask the question directly to Ms. Ikeda or Mr. Sakagami, or you can just type it in the chat box. So is there any participants who would like to ask questions? You can raise your hand, unmute yourself, or you can just type it in the chat box for me to read it for you. Maybe while waiting for others to ask questions, I have a question myself. So in UGM, we have a student community. Oh, okay. So we have a participant who has raised hand. Please, Philippus.
Thank you for the chance to answer to ask my questions. フィリップさん、ディガウィチャクサナと申しますが、尋ねたいことがありまして、So I am a Japanese study student who is interested in studying at Ibaraki University. However, I am currently unable to fund my study there, and so I want to ask: is there any kind of scholarships that I may be apply? So, for example, JASO or Mombuka Gakusho or something like that. And are there any study programs which start at spring at Ibaraki University? Arigatou gozaimasu.
Hey. Thank you for the question. Now we do not have any scholarship for Japanese and culture programs. So there may be some scholarships for AIMS programs, but so many students working part-time. It's you are allowed to work 20 less than 28 hours a week. So some students enjoy working because they can learn Japanese at their workplace. So there are many students that manage to work part-time and study, and the living cost is quite low. So many of them are managing it. Yes, and for starting from spring, the semester starts in April. So I know if you want to start your study from April, you can.
Thank you very much for the answer.
Okay, thank you, Philippus, for asking a question. And in the chat box, we have another question from Alivia. I want to ask you a question. I am an economics undergraduate student now. Can I later apply a different study like humanities and social science for a double degree at Ibaraki University?
We don't have we have a double degree program only for College of Agriculture in master program. So undergraduate programs, we do not have any double degree programs, but you can apply for one year exchange program. So you can learn some courses in English. I don't know, there may not be many courses of economics offered in English, but you can learn some other courses, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Ikeda, for the answer. I hope that answer the question, Alivia. And next we have question from Made. Thank you for the presentation, Ms. and Mr. I would like to ask, is there any requirements documents for student exchange? If I may know, in where can I see it? Thank you once again.
For requirement documents, I think your UGM Office of International can answer. There are several documents you need to submit, but like to obtain visas. So I think it's best to ask university office. for the language requirement, or we don't have any language requirement or anything.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss, for the answer. And that's right, everyone. You can visit OIA UGM, the website. You can see the opportunities there as well as the documents required for exchange. So yeah, make sure to visit the Office of International Affairs UGM website. So is there any questions from the participants? Okay, we have one from Vidya. Hi, thank you for amazing presentation. And I would like to ask a question. Is there any scholarship or bursaries to enroll at undergraduate major in Ibaraki University? I am from vocational college. Want to know if there are any possibilities to enroll at Ibaraki University.
That means it's not the exchange program, but you want to enter the university? I'm not sure if I understand correctly.
Yeah, enroll at undergraduate major.
Major,
Yeah.
so you
major.
become a Ibaraki University student. We offer we offer different kinds of scholarship for international students, and also we have tuition waived sometimes, but we cannot guarantee, and we cannot guarantee before the entrance. So you will know after you enter the university, you will have some kind of scholarship or not. So we do have a scholarship for international students.
Okay, thank you, Ms. for the answer. Is there any other questions from participants? We still have around 10 minutes. So you may raise your hand and unmute yourself to ask it directly, or you can type it in the chat box. So while we're waiting for another question, well, to continue the question that I want to ask earlier. So in UGM, we have a student community called UGM Buddy Club, and it's a platform for local and international students to engage. And the local bodies have duties to assist and help international students with their adapting in Jogja. So does Ibaraki University have that platform as well?
I'm not sure if it's called, I'm not sure if it's similar, but we have several student support system. And one is the tutor system. So each international student will have a tutor, private tutor. So they are supposed to meet once a week. So Japanese tutor will help international student to get used to life in Japan. And also we have other communities, local communities supporting international students. We sometimes, local community plan a trip for international students, and many international students will join the trip to several places. So we do have some kind of student support systems. Yes.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Miss. And sorry, I think there's a correction for the previous question about the vocational college. I think they mean it's about extension program from Diploma 3 vocational school to undergraduate program in Ibaraki University. Is it possible?
Diploma 3. I don't know about the Diploma 3 vocational school.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss, for the answer. Is there any other questions from the participants? We have around 7 minutes left. So if there are no questions, maybe I want to ask about the demographics of international students in Ibaraki University. Where do most international students studying in Ibaraki University come from? Is it from Indonesia or is it from other countries?
For undergrad student, Chinese student is the number one population at Ibaraki University. But for AMI campus, I believe Indonesia is probably the most dominant.
In the Faculty of Agriculture, the Indonesian is a major. So we have always several or more Indonesian students, but now it's decreasing because of the COVID-19. But maybe after 1 year, we have more students from Indonesia, dari Indonesia.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. and Mr. for the answer. We have another question here from Wahid. Hi, thank you for the presentation. Miss, I have a question. Is there any scholarship for doctoral? I'm from postgraduate food technology. Thank you.
Sakagami sensei.
I think for the doctoral students, to apply in mixed scholarship is very important. So I think you have to find the possible supervisor first. So if you have any interest, so I think if you're interested in our professors, and we have some professors from food science and technology, so you can explore our website, and if you want to ask something to him, I think you can firstly make a contact to me, so I can connect you to the possible supervisor or preferable supervisor. I will.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sakagami, for the answer. I think, so Wahid, I hope that answer your question. And I think since we're not seeing any other questions being asked, I think I would like to close the session for today. Thank you so much for Ms. Ikeda and Mr. Sakagami for the very insightful presentation, and to all of the participants here. I hope you got something from this session, and I also hope this will ignite your spirit to study in Japan, and specifically in Ibaraki University. Once again, on behalf of Overseas Education Expo UGM, I would like to say thank you to Ms. Ikeda and Mr. Sakagami, and as well as to all of the participants who are staying here. Okay, right after this, we will be having another info session from Monash University, Australia. So, Ms. Ikeda and Mr. Sakagami, you may leave the room if you wish. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you at Ibaraki University. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sampai jumpa.
Thank you so much, Miss Ma'am. Okay. So for the next two sessions, we'll be watching videos from Monash University, Australia, and Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam from the Netherlands, respectively. Therefore, I would like to ask all of you, the participants, to stay in the room until the session ends. Since there will be no representatives from the two universities, there will be no Q&A session, but we will give you the contact person of each university, so you can contact them directly, or you can also visit their websites. First, we will be seeing a video from our longtime neighboring partner, Monash University, Australia. So for operator, please share the screen for the video, or the bumper video. Okay. So the bumper video first. Okay, please.
Welcome to Overseas Education's Expo 2021 by OIA UGM. What is OEX? Overseas Education's Expo, or OEX, is the first virtual exhibition fair created by the Office of International Affairs UGM. In partnership with over 37 plus universities worldwide, you will get the opportunity to expand your university choices that fit your interests and circumstances. OEX will provide easy access for you to get free presentations from our university partners, as well as consultations from our partner educational agencies. Why is OEX? It will connect you to educators around the world. OEX organized by OEA UGM through our fast connections with universities all around the world and educational agencies nationwide. The world in the palm of your hands. In time like this, uncertain and limited as it is, our dreams and ambitions seem so far out of reach. Distance like a tall barrier we can't go through. At OEX, we strive to break this barrier by providing you with the information you need regarding overseas education abroad. World in the palm of your hand. You can have the complete and interactive study expo experience even from the comforts of your own home. University participations in total with 36 plus universities around the world. OEX in partnership with more than 12 universities in Asia, more than 7 in Asian, 15 plus from the European Union, and more than 2 in the Middle East. So, are you ready to join us? Welcome to Overseas Education Expo 2021.
Okay, next we'll be having a video from Monash University, Australia. So operator, please.
It's my great pleasure to welcome you to Monash University. And let me acknowledge that we meet here on the lands of the people of the Kulin Nations, the Wurundjeri and the Boonwurrung, and we pay our respects to their elders past and present. As new students, you're embarking on a wonderful journey of discovery. To be offered a place in your chosen course has taken talent, dedication and hard work. So congratulations on joining Monash. For over 60 years, Monash graduates and research have changed the world, and our students are leaders of change today. Your pursuit of discovery and achievement will shape the future.
Yeah, Monash University is a relatively young institution, established in 1958 and named after one of our most celebrated Melburnians, Sir John Monash.
John Monash was a bright young student, qualifying in arts, engineering and law, a volunteer in World War I, and a dedicator to public service, community leadership and education.
In life, Sir John embodied the attributes that Monash University values above all: leadership, integrity, service, equality and lifelong learning.
Our motto, Ancora Imparo, or I am still learning, reflects our never-ending quest for scholarship and growth. We are fired with a restless ambition that pushes us to do better, to set new benchmarks and to break new ground.
And while Monash nurtures our professional and personal development, there's also so many opportunities to be part of the Monash community through the clubs, societies and fun new activities on campus.
Our unique approach to education is marked by 4 key pillars.
Excellence, achieved through the quality of teaching Monash students experience, alongside a continual investment into the latest learning technologies and spaces.
With a presence on 4 continents, international partnerships and study abroad programs around the globe, Monash is Australia's largest university. This extensive reach gives us a fundamental edge in understanding our place in a rapidly changing, open borders world.
Monash students have the world at their fingertips, with the ability to not only study in different countries, but to work internationally too.
The third is enterprising. Our education strives to connect theory with real-world problems to prepare you for success. And we partner with industry leaders to give students a platform to share their ideas and research with the world.
And lastly, Monash is inclusive. We celebrate diversity. It infuses our learning with a rich strength, connection and belonging. Sharing our different stories, perspectives and experiences allow us to better understand our shared humanity and better prepares our graduates for the reality of a fast-paced, interconnected world.
There is so much ahead of you now to discover and enjoy. I encourage you to become involved in all aspects of orientation to prepare yourself for your studies and your life here at Monash.
So after this, we will be seeing another video from Monash University. So please stay still.
There are limits to what you can experience when you just live your daily life. Every day seems the same until you step out into the unknown.
I'm from a small country, and to be successful in this global economy, you have to open yourself to trade and sharing with others. I mean, everything is trade. Where do you think your morning coffee comes from?
Monash brings different people and disciplines together. For me, studying abroad means finding myself and developing my inner drive. My goal is to help treat diseases affecting minority populations. And by coming here, halfway across the world, I can reach my full potential and make a difference in people's lives.
I think the world is in a really big crisis. Healthcare, global warming, and distribution of wealth, they are all major issues. More than ever, it's important to use math and science to build connections and communicate across cultures. Often, the best solutions come from unlikely places.
I feel like Monash is all about creating a community of people that want to make a difference. Studying abroad is about stepping out of your daily life. Because to grow, you need a different take on things. I think you have to take a risk and step out of the ordinary. That's the only way to evolve as a person.
And after this, we'll be sharing to you guys the contact person of Monash University. Yeah, you can see it on your screen. You can visit their website, monash.edu, or on Facebook, or the contact person, Josephine Shed. You can find her on the email listed on the screen. So thank you so much, operator. So it's very interesting to see what Monash University has to offer. And fun fact, I heard that they are going to open a branch university in Indonesia, specifically in Bumi Serpong Damai or BSD region, southwest of Jakarta. And if that plan goes well, it will be the first foreign university to open a branch in Indonesia. So if you guys are interested in pursuing further study in Monash, whether in Australia itself or in Indonesia, you can contact the contact person listed previously. Okay, so last but not least, we'll be seeing a video from our longtime partner as well, but it's located far away in the Netherlands, and that is Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. So for operator, please share the screen for the video. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm an exchange student at the TFU Amsterdam. If you're thinking about doing your exchange as well, stay tuned, because I'm going to show you what a day in the life of a student here looks like. One of the first things that I noticed when doing research about TFU was the number of English taught courses offered to incoming exchange students. I study sociology, but I think that regardless of your academic field, it should be easy to find modules that fit your study program back home or the field of research that you're interested in. But TFU doesn't only offer individual modules. You can also choose from minor programs, which are selections of 5 to 6 related courses for one semester. The courses at the TFU are academically challenging, and the teaching styles include individual research as well as group work. I also feel that while the lecturers are all professionals in their own fields, they are at the same time down to earth and very easy to approach. Overall, the TFU offers a great environment to spend time with other students and to study. On campus, I like the open spaces especially, and this green library. And the great thing is that there is a sleeping pod. So the moment you feel like you need to recharge from a long night of studying or from exploring Amsterdam's nightlife, you can do so in one of these. Dutch weather can be a bit unpredictable, but that doesn't stop locals, or many international students for that matter, from still taking the bike. Most student rooms are just a short bike ride away from the teaching facilities here. And when in Amsterdam, right? If you're not the active type though, there's also an extensive public transport network that will definitely allow you to explore parts of the city that are a bit further away. Another thing that's super convenient is that there is a sports center on campus. There are a lot of classes to choose from, but me personally, I like kickboxing, pump classes and yoga the most. There's also a large fitness area and all the equipment you may need to stay or to become fit. Or if you are more of an outside sports fan, grab your trainers and go for a run in one of the beautiful parks of Amsterdam or in the Amsterdam forest. And if you're not into sports at all, there's also a cultural center where you can take music, dancing, acting or photography classes. When applying as an exchange student, it's possible to indicate whether you wish to be allocated at a student room. I heard that it can be quite tricky to find affordable housing in Amsterdam, and so I applied for housing via the services department of the university. There are several options, but I live in a flat with 11 other students. We share the kitchen with each other, but everyone has their own bathroom. At first I thought living with so many different people would be quite challenging, but it's the best choice I could have made. My roommates have become my best friends here, and I met so many interesting people, and it's great to always have someone next door to study or just hang out with, and of course to celebrate when we pass the exams. My exchange at the TFU has been one of the best and most enriching experiences of my life so far. While the university courses I took for my program have taught me a lot for my future academic career, Getting to know so many different people from all over the world and the most diverse backgrounds is rewarding in another way. It shows you new perspectives and makes you grow as a person. And I think Amsterdam, this beautiful, vibrant, super international city, gives you all the opportunities and the perfect environment for this journey. So I can only encourage you to come here and enjoy the once-in-a-lifetime exciting student life that the FU offers you.
Okay, so after this, we'll be seeing one more video from Frey University. So please stay still.
Hi, my name is Signe Vibber Carlsen. I'm from Denmark and I'm studying my Masters in Political Science at VU University Amsterdam. My decision to come study at the VU was actually quite easily made. Not only is it a great university with top-level lecturers, but it's in Amsterdam, one of the most fascinating, culturally diverse cities in all of Europe. In this place, there's something for everyone, with tons of cultural activities every single day, from exhibitions to concerts and theatre, and of course, loads of parties. I live in Islandstede in the Green Tower with most of the other international students, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Besides being really close to the university, it is so easy to get to the city centre, either by bike, the Dutch way, or by tram or metro. But most importantly, it's a fantastic place to live with some of the best neighbours you'll ever have. So do yourself a favour, don't miss out, but come have your very own Amsterdam experience. You won't regret it, I certainly haven't.
Okay, so after this, we will be sharing the contact person of Frey University. Okay, so this is the, I think, the booklet of Frey University. And for the contact person, you can see it on the below. Maybe operator, can you zoom in? Okay, thank you. So they have their Facebook account, YouTube, Instagram as well. And you can visit their website, view.nl/exchange, maybe for exchange program. So yeah, you can contact them directly through their website or their social media accounts. And here we have a question: is there a short-term study abroad program, perhaps like summer or winter school in Monash? So that question can only be answered by the contact person of Monash University. So you can contact them directly or visit their website. Okay, so thank you so much, operator. It's very interesting to see the lifestyle in Amsterdam, especially going by bike or the Dutch way, which is very different from our lifestyle here. And about Frey University Amsterdam, fun fact, the literal translation of the Dutch name Frey University is Free University. So that's pretty interesting, right? So if you guys are interested in finding out more about this Free University, you can contact the contact person that's listed previously, or you can visit their website. So this is the end of this session. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying until the end of the session. After this, we'll be having a coffee break followed by prayers break until 1 p.m. So make sure that you join the Zoom meeting again, because after the break, we will be having another insightful info session from Ghent University, Belgium, University of Freiburg, Germany, University College Dublin, Ireland, Queen Mary University of London, UK, Sogang University, South Korea, and University of Limerick in Ireland. So yeah, and this session today will be closed by a quiz in which you can get very interesting merchandises from OEX or OEA UGM. So make sure to join that. And because we end this session early, if you guys want to hear more about Chiba University, Japan, you can join room 2 if the session there is still ongoing, of course. And with this, I would like to end the session by saying thank you to all of the participants here, as well as to the staff from OEX and OEA UGM. And see you in the next session. Thank you.
In partnership with over 37 plus universities worldwide, you will get the opportunity to expand your university choices that fit your interests and circumstances. OEX will provide easy access for you to get free presentations from our university partners, as well as consultations from our partner educational agencies. Why is OEX? It will connect you to educators around the world. OEX organized by OEA UGM through our vast connections with universities all around the world and educational agencies nationwide. The world in the palm of your hands. In time like this, uncertain and limited as it is, our dreams and ambitions seem so far out of reach. Distance like a tall barrier we can't go through. At OEX, we strive to break this barrier by providing you with the information you need regarding overseas education abroad. World in the palm of your hand. You can have the complete and interactive study expo experience even from the comforts of your own home. University participations in total with 36 plus universities around the world. OEX in partnership with more than 12 universities in Asia, more than 7 in Asian, 15 plus from the European Union, and more than 2 in the Middle East. So, are you ready to join us? Welcome to Overseas Education Expo 2021.
Universitas Gadjah Mada menuju World Class University.
Untuk mewujudkan visi dan misi UGM sesuai statuta, maka proses yang berjalan di UGM harus dapat diukur dengan baik menggunakan parameter apapun, termasuk parameter yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia. Tahun ini, dari sekitar 26.000 universitas di dunia, kita berhasil masuk dalam jajaran 1,5% universitas terbaik di dunia.
Apa saja indikator yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia? QS World University Ranking. Times Higher Education World University Ranking.
Sejak akhir tahun 2015, UGM melalui program-programnya secara serius bekerja keras memperbaiki proses pada indikator penilaian QS. Mulai awal tahun 2017, UGM juga mulai melakukan perbaikan proses pada indikator penilaian rankingan Times Higher Education.
Nama saya Hasan Sbaihat, aku dari Palestina. Aku belajar di sini di UGM Fakultas Kedokteran.
I'm from Osnabrück in Germany and I'm an international student at UGM. I choose UGM because
UGM punya staff program dan laboratorium yang bagus.
So this university I think is really the best.
Saat ini UGM menempati posisi 203 dunia untuk reputasi akademiknya. Saya yakin apabila UGM terus melakukan perbaikan-perbaikan fundamental pada proses-proses dan seluruh aspek yang berjalan, maka tidak mustahil UGM akan lebih mengakar kuat dan menjulang tinggi.
Mari kita lanjutkan usaha-usaha untuk bersama-sama memperbaiki proses-proses yang berjalan agar UGM benar-benar menjulang tinggi dengan tetap mengakar kuat dan bermanfaat untuk ilmu pengetahuan, kesejahteraan masyarakat, dan kemanusiaan.
Welcome to Overseas Education's Expo 2021 by OIA UGM. What is OEX? Overseas Education's Expo, or OEX, is the first virtual exhibition fair created by the Office of International Affairs UGM. In partnership with over 37 plus universities worldwide, you will get the opportunity to expand your university choices that fit your interests and circumstances. OEX will provide easy access for you to get free presentations from our university partners, as well as consultations from our partner educational agencies. Why is OEX? It will connect you to educators around the world. OEX, organized by OIA UGM through our vast connections with universities all around the world and educational agencies nationwide. The world in the palm of your hands. In time like this, uncertain and limited as it is, our dreams and ambitions seem so far out of reach. Distance like a tall barrier we can't go through. At OEX, we strive to break this barrier by providing you with the information you need regarding overseas education abroad. World in the palm of your hand. You can have the complete and interactive study expo experience even from the comforts of your own home. University participations in total with 36 plus universities around the world. OEX in partnership with more than 12 universities in Asia, more than 7 in Asian, 15 plus from the European Union, and more than 2 in the Middle East. So, are you ready to join us? Welcome to Overseas Education's Expo 2021.
Well, hello everyone. Since this is already 1 p.m. in Indonesia time, of course, but we are still waiting for all the participants to be in the breakout room. So we will be waiting first for for 5 minutes more. So please kindly wait for roughly 5 minutes. Thank you.
Universitas Gajah Mada menuju World Class University.
Untuk mewujudkan visi dan misi UGM sesuai statuta, maka proses yang berjalan di UGM harus dapat diukur dengan baik menggunakan parameter apapun, termasuk parameter yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia. Tahun ini, dari sekitar 26.000 universitas di dunia, kita berhasil masuk dalam jajaran 1,5% universitas terbaik di dunia.
Apa saja indikator yang digunakan dalam pemeringkatan universitas-universitas terbaik di dunia? QS World University Ranking. Times Higher Education World University Ranking.
Sejak akhir tahun 2015, UGM melalui program-programnya secara serius bekerja keras memperbaiki proses pada indikator penilaian QS. Mulai awal tahun 2017, UGM juga mulai melakukan perbaikan proses pada indikator penilaian rankingan Times Higher Education.
Nama saya Hasan Sbaihat, aku dari Palestina. Aku belajar di sini di UGM Fakultas Kedokteran.
I'm from Osnabrück in Germany and I'm an international student at UGM. I choose UGM because
UGM punya staff program dan laboratorium yang bagus.
So this university I think is really the best.
Saat ini UGM menempati posisi 203 dunia untuk reputasi akademiknya. Saya yakin apabila UGM terus melakukan perbaikan-perbaikan fundamental pada proses-proses dan seluruh aspek yang berjalan, maka tidak mustahil UGM akan lebih mengakar kuat dan menjulang tinggi.
Mari kita lanjutkan usaha-usaha untuk bersama-sama memperbaiki proses-proses yang berjalan agar UGM benar-benar menjulang tinggi dengan tetap mengakar kuat dan bermanfaat untuk ilmu pengetahuan, kesejahteraan masyarakat, dan kemanusiaan.
Okay, hello, welcome back to Overseas Education Expo, OEX 2021, held by Office of International Affairs, Universitas Gadjah Mada. Thank you very much for coming in this session in breakout room 1. I'm very glad to be with you here, but before we start, let me introduce myself first. I'm Riza. I'm a mobility staff of Office of International Affairs, Universitas Gadjah Mada. And I will be moderating this session for roughly for the next 2 hours. And first of all, thank you very much for the representative university who are very pleased to attend and to share information about international program of our students in Indonesia and especially Universitas Gadjah Mada. For all the participants, if you are curious about the whole event of OEX 2021, you can visit our Instagram at OEX_UGM. For today's session, in this session, we will have in breakout room 1, we will have 3 reputable universities, very top-ranked universities. So I would like to mention for the first, we will have Jena universities from Belgium. And then second, we have University of Freiburg from Germany. And last but not least, we have University College Dublin, Ireland. Okay, before we hear the special presentation from Jena University from Belgium, I have some information first for all of the participants. Each of sharing will from a representative university will be last for 20 minutes, and then afterwards we will have Q&A session for about 10 minutes, and you can submit the question in person. For you can utilize the raise hand features for participants who are in the Zoom. And you can also drop your question in the chat box for those who are in Zoom and also in YouTube. So I think our university partner representative from Gen University already here. Am I correct?
That's right.
Thank you so much. So Gen University is one of our closest partner university. Sir, or may I know your name first?
Jean, Jean.
John.
You can call me John.
Okay. Mr. John, if you are ready for the presentation, we will be very glad to hear the presentation. The time is yours.
Thank you very much, Reza, for the introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this presentation on Ghent University. I will try to share my screen, and that should be it. Okay, can you see that? Can you see the presentation now? Oh, all right. So in the next 20 minutes, I'd like you to convince you of the opportunities to study at Ghent University. Okay, so I will first give a bit of context of the country where we are and the city where we are. Then I will give you some explanations on our university itself, the education possibility, the research possibilities, and then also explain a little bit what student life is like at our university, and finally give you some information on how to apply and what are the scholarship opportunities. Now, because I don't expect you to believe everything I say, after all, I'm paid by the university. Why would I be objective? I asked the help of a friend. That's Jasper, and Jasper is well. Let's hear who he is. Okay, thanks, Jasper, to introduce yourself. First, let me tell you a little bit of where the university is located and what you can expect. Well, Belgium is at the heart of Europe, as we say. It's in the crossroads of the main arteries in Europe. And you can see that we are in driving distance of the major cities in Europe. London, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Paris are only a couple of hours away by high-speed train. And the country itself is rather small. It's 300 kilometers in length. So in a couple of hours, you drive through it. But it's still a slightly complicated country because it has two communities. We have a Dutch-speaking community in the north, in Flanders, and we have a French-speaking community in the south. And we even have a very small German-speaking community. Here is Brussels, that you may know is the capital of Europe in many respects. And Ghent University is here in the northern part, in the Dutch-speaking part. But don't panic, virtually everyone in the country speaks English fluently. And we have a coastline here. Here is the coast of 60 kilometers, which is probably quite ridiculously small in your standards. Okay, the city of Ghent, it's a historical city from the medieval times. It has a very rich history. It's a rather small city. We only have 260,000 inhabitants, which makes it very cozy and easy to get by. But we have a quite big student population. You see here we have almost 80,000 students. That's not only university students, that's also university colleges and high school students. So you can see that the city is vibrant with student life. It's a very diverse population. We have over 160 nationalities in European and beyond. Also very lively restaurant and cafe life. And we also have economically are quite strong with over 3,000 startups per year. That's mostly services and high-tech innovation, not heavy industry. So here you can see some pictures of the city. See a lot of vibrant festival life and cultural life, musea, green space. There's also sport facilities. It's a bike-friendly city. Some people even say it's a car-unfriendly city. It's much easier to get by bike than by car. And maybe ask Jasper what he thinks about getting around.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jane. It seems that the video has no sound and it's a little bit cut off. Mr. John?
Yes.
It seems the video has no sound. We are unable to receive any sound.
Oh, you are not able to see it?
Yeah. No, I mean the audio. The audio, we are unable to hear any audio.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
We are unable to hear the audio. Is this the video actually that you are sharing right now?
I see. That's too bad. Okay, let's skip the clips then. You can see the image, but you cannot hear the sound. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I will skip the clips. That's too bad. I will put them. I will give you the link that people can watch it afterwards if necessary.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, so well, just to repeat what Jasper was saying, but you couldn't hear that. It's very easy to get by. You could see the images that by bicycle you can get by in Ghent very easily. It's a small city and it's very safe as well. Now, Ghent University, that's what we are here for. First of all, some facts on the university. It was established in 1817, so we celebrated our 200th birthday a couple of years ago. And actually, you should know that Belgium is younger than the university. Belgium was independence was in 1830, so actually the university is older than the country. We have about 50,000 students, of which about 12.5% are international students. Now, this figure fluctuates a little bit per faculty. Some faculties have a higher international student ratio, like 20%, and others are a bit less. We have 50,000 staff, out of which 6,000 work at the university hospital. In most international rankings, we are within or around the top 100 worldwide. And I should mention that in some of the rankings, the faculties are ranking even higher. So for instance, the bioscience engineerings are ranking in top 20 in some of the rankings, and our veterinary medicine rank nationally a quite renowned university, as we can say. We have 11 faculties. We actually cover all possible research and education fields, except maybe for religious studies, but we have all the other disciplines that you can see here. And Ghent University doesn't have one central campus. It's the campuses of the faculties are spread all over town. As you can see here, this is one of the campuses here in the town. So we have about 11 small campuses per faculty, which gives a better integration of the university in the city. Now, let's look into a bit the education that we offer. Well, we offer around 230 programs. That's both in bachelor, masters, and postgraduates. But of course, in English, we have very little bachelors. Most bachelors are in Dutch, but on the master programs, more than half are in English. And in the masters, after masters, and the postgraduates, we have quite a good number of English programs. So we have in total about 100 programs in English that you can apply for. We also have a strong international profile. We send out almost 1,800 students abroad yearly. That's for shorter or longer stays, and we welcome about 6,000 incoming students yearly. And what can you study at Ghent? Well, therefore, I go to the website. This is a screenshot of the website of our study guide. Here is the address, and let's go straight into it and have a look. Can you see the website?
Yes, we are able to see the website.
Okay, perfect. So let me enlarge it a little bit. So this is a very easy to use website where you can filter according to your own interest. So let's give an example where first of all, you are interested in English programs. We see we have still 280 programs now. You are, let's give an example, you are interested in a master program. And then your field of interest. So you see here a list of different topics that you can choose. Now let's, for example, have an interest in animal sciences, and then you see here the number of programs we have on this topic. We have 8 programs that are related to animal science, and I'll just pick one of them. The first one, I'm quite familiar with them, with the Masters of Aquaculture. And then you come to a page where we explain what the program is about. It explains a little bit the background of the program, what we want to reach with that program. We have a look at the admission requirements. It gives an idea of labor market opportunities when you study it. But of course, what you want to know is what is in the program. Then you go to the program summary. And here you see the list of courses, first year and second year, because it's a 2-year program. And if you want more details on each course separately, you can dive into that. For example, we go here to mollusk and crustacean culture. You see here a very brief summary of the number of teaching hours, but then you can go into detail and download the study fiche, the study file, and it will open in a second. All right, then you get a PDF on each course that we deliver at Ghent University. You have a detailed file, it's coming, here it is. And there you see all the details on this particular course. It gives you the content of the course, every chapter, it gives you the position, gives you how it is examined, it will explain you the number of credits and every detail and some references, etc. So basically, this study guide is helping you to choose the right program that you want to follow. Also, in this, it will give you the explanation on how to apply, because this can be according to the program. I also should mention that Ghent University has a faculty in Korea since a couple of years. So it's actually an extra faculty. It's staffed with Ghent University staff and together with Korean staff. And there we deliver 3 bachelor programs in English on biotechnology, on food and environmental technology. So if you would be interested to know more about it, you can visit the website on the Ghent University Global Campus in Sungdo in Korea. A short, some words on the research at the university. It's mostly carried out by PhD research, as you can imagine. So we have 5 doctoral schools, depending on the discipline that you're following. And these doctoral schools are supporting our PhD students in becoming a expert in its field, but also to give the necessary skills to get into the labor market. We deliver about 700 PhDs on average per year. And by now we have delivered over 5,000 in total, and almost half of them are international. So the research population is very much internationally oriented. We have a very high output in publications, 60,000 per year. And what's interesting is that over half of it are co-authored with international colleagues, which again is an illustration of our international orientation of our university. And then just for your information, we also pay a lot of attention to the valorization of our research, to translate innovations into businesses. We develop a spin-off companies, we file patents, and we help valorization consortia. And here you have a picture of our technology park, where we have all laboratories where we help young researchers to get into their own businesses. Okay, let's talk about student life. Well, Ghent University caters for all the necessary infrastructure and services. We have a sports center for our students. We have student accommodations. We have bike rental service and student restaurants that are very cheap but also healthy. You can have vegetarian, halal, everything any student may need. And then on the services, we have facilities for study coaching. We have facilities to help students with health problems or mental health problems, and we also have a language center where you can improve your English or learn other languages, or if you would be interested to learn Dutch on a voluntary basis. I would ask Jasper to tell you a little bit more, but since you cannot hear him, that doesn't make much sense. But okay, let's just have a look at the images without the sound. Even that gives you a bit an idea of what you can expect to do in Ghent University. I will talk over it a little bit since now this is the Ghent University sport facilities. So these are actually students. Now he's going through town and showing us some of the cultural. These are theaters and cinemas. This is a square where we organize a student festival every year. Well, this is a student dormitory at the other side of the water. There's a lot of green space where you can relax. And then finally, there's a very vibrant student life in bars and restaurants. Okay. Now, if you would be convinced now that you would like to study in Ghent University, how do you go about that? Well, the deadline, well, the timing for next academic year, obviously it's quite late. So if you're interested, that you would be aiming at the academic year 2022-23, and there the applications will reopen in coming October. Best is to browse the study guide that we showed just earlier, and then per program you can find the details on how to apply and what the eligibility requirements are. Also check the language requirements, which may be different from program to program. Scholarships, I can imagine many people will be interested in the scholarships opportunities. Now, unfortunately, Ghent University doesn't have a drawer with money that we can distribute to all students, but we have some scholarships opportunities available. Some of the programs, there are about 12 programs that are funded by the Flemish Development Corporation, and they deliver scholarships as well. And this is the address where you can check. This is the Flemish University Development Corporation agency, and you can check which programs that they are supporting. Ghent University also runs a number of Erasmus Mundus programs. If you're not familiar with them, this is typically European programs that are managed by a group of European universities. So, which your study will bring you through more than one of university during your study period, and they also offer scholarships. You can I can communicate you the address where you find information on these scholarships as well. And then we have Study in Flanders, which delivers some scholarships as well. All these scholarships are quite competitive, so it's a matter of applying way in advance and deliver a strong motivation and strong dossier to get the scholarship. Of course, there are some other possibilities. I have to mention LPDP, which is an Indonesian. Well, you probably are aware of the Indonesian program. Ghent University is on the list of eligible universities for LPDP. So this is worth trying. And then we have a number of portals where they list scholarship opportunities. Finding funding is always the hard part. Is something that you have to start with way in advance and do a special effort for. Study cost, it's interesting to know how much does it cost to study at Ghent University. Well, first of all, you have the tuition. That depends a bit on the faculty. We have, so to speak, cheap faculties where the study ways are not so expensive. It's €1,800 a year, which I think in European standards is very modest. And we also have a number of more expensive faculties. These are mostly the faculties that do research, where the research itself involves a lot of practical exercises that can be quite costly. But still, with 5,700 euro a year tuition, I don't think this is extremely high neither. What would be the cost that you can expect as a student? Well, we estimate the cost of living for your accommodation and daily subsistence. We estimated at some 850 euro a month, and then you also have to count that you need a health insurance, and you may have to cover some visa costs. Okay, and that is in a nutshell what you need to know. I hope I convinced you to have a look at our study possibilities, and maybe you will be on the picture soon in the coming years. If you have any questions further, we can have it now, or later you can contact this email address and address your questions to my colleagues at the international office. And that is my presentation. I give you the floor, Risa.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. John, for the very insightful information. Uh, a very interesting presentation as well. But unfortunately, we are unable to hear the video that you share actually, Mr. John. But I would like to comment first before I share, or maybe before some students ask question about Ghent University. I do really apologize before because it seems that I miss spelling about it's not Ghent but Ghent University. Am I correct?
It's Ghent, yes.
Ghent University. Okay. So uh, looking at actually Ghent, the city of Ghent, it seems so very wonderful city. And if I remember about Belgium, I love football very much, and you have a lot of football stars from Belgium. Am I right?
Well, it's very surprising for such a small country, but for the moment we have a golden generation of footballers, and the Belgium team is ranked #1 in the world, not number two or number. It's a
Yeah.
currently for the moment it's the best team in the world, as they say, and we are looking forward to the European Championships and hope we can perform well there.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All participants, I would like to open question for all the participants. So if you have any question, you may use the raise hand features for all the participants who are in the Zoom, and or maybe you can also drop your question in the chat box. You can use English or maybe Bahasa Indonesia. It's okay. I would like to help you to translate your question. Is there any question yet? Okay, it seems there is no question yet from the participants. So maybe I would like to know more about Ghent University and also maybe the city of Ghent. Currently, we are having some issue with COVID-19. Maybe would you please tell us more about the condition in Belgium related to
Yes.
COVID-19, Mr. Jean?
Yes, well, what can I say about the COVID? As everywhere in Europe, we were hit quite early and quite hard. Well, as you have seen, Belgium is a small country, but it is in the center of Europe, and it has a lot of international traffic, so it was impossible to keep it out. So we had a first wave last year from March to June. That was getting under control, but we had a second wave in October this last year that now is slowly going back to normal since we started with the vaccine campaign early this year. So we hope that by the end of the summer we can get back to normal with the vaccination process being terminated. We have a very high vaccine percentage by then. Now, what does that do for the students? Last year we did have international students that came to Ghent. Fortunately, we could give a number of weeks lecture on the campus, but then with the second wave there was a lockdown, and we had to switch to online courses. To the students had to spend some time at their student home, but we were able for practical exercises to offer it on campus still. So now we still have a mix of on-campus and online courses. For next academic year, and we expect that most students will be able to come to Ghent University. They will have to pass through a quarantine of 1 week. After the quarantine, when they are tested negative, they will be able to join the online courses. And as well, international students that come to Belgium, they will get a residence permit, and this will also entitle them to vaccination in Belgium itself. So students that stay here for more than 3 months will get vaccinated in Belgium.
Well, so currently you are using in Ghent University, you are using hybrid method. There is online and also offline.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we have one question, Mr. Jan, in the chat box here, and this is from Teresia Rida. The question is, I would like to read out for you. Does most of the courses conducted in English? And do we have to obtain certain language certificate to apply?
Yes, thank you for the question, Teresa. As so in the I showed in the overview, we have about 150 English programs that are entirely in English. The others are entirely in Dutch, but these programs are entirely in English. The language requirements are different per program, but I can say that on average we expect a TOEFL score of 6.5. It's a quite high requirement of language. So you have to prove that you have a 6.5 TOEFL tests, recent TOEFL test for English proficiency.
Okay. So there must be also some certificate to prove that that you are qualified enough for English class. Okay. I hope that's answered the question, Ms. Teresia Rida. And also there is one more question, sir. Question from this is from YouTube, I believe. Question from Muhammad Rifaldi Darmawan. What language that is going to be used in Ghent University? Since based on my information, Belgium has two official languages, which are Dutch and French. Thank you. Actually, you have also informed this, but maybe you can reconfirm again and re-inform to Mr. Muhammad Rifaldi, Mr. Jan.
Yes, well, the programs are in English, obviously. If you apply for a program, it will be for an English program. But the Ghent University administration makes sure that every administration that you are confronted will also be in English. If you're in your study life, you will meet people that speak Dutch, but most of the people, especially the young people in the streets, they all speak English. So English is well, even younger. My son is 12 years old. He speaks fluent English.
Okay, thank you so much. So hopefully that will answer the question, Mr. Rifaldi. So English actually already become the maybe like the most widely used English, language in Belgium, right? Okay.
As a second language, yes.
Okay, so actually, Mr. Jan, because it seems we have a very limited time, so let me wrap up first about this presentation, this session about Ghent University. Ghent University established very long time enough, that is 1817, even older than Belgium, as you mentioned, Mr. Jan. And it has 11 faculties, and there is 19 campus, and also you have a global campus in Korea. Am I right?
That's correct.
So the language that the courses, the courses done are conducted in mostly there is in English and also in the Dutch. For English, there is roughly 101 programs that is conducted in English. So for you guys, for you students who are interested in applying to Ghent University, this is your chance to apply, because there are some very interesting things in Ghent University, offered by university and also by the city. Okay, that's all I think. So if maybe if you have some closing statement, Mr. John, the time is yours.
Well, first of all, thanks for Gajamar to give us the opportunity. As you may know, Gajamar is a long time partner in a lot of projects and in joint research. We, especially on soil science and food technology, we have been working together. So we would like to strengthen this cooperation and welcome students to Ghent University to start a study, and therefore strengthen our partnership. So please have a look at the study guide. Review.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. John, for your last statement. Okay, everyone, this is the last presentation from Ghent University. So, Mr. John, I would like to thank you again for the insightful presentation about Ghent University. And we would be very happy if you are able to stay in this session. But if you have some other activities, you may kindly leave the room, this breakout room. Thank you so much. Okay, everyone, we will get to second session. That is the our from our partner, university partner, that is from University of Freiburg, Germany. But since the representative from the university are unable to join us this afternoon, so we will kindly guide you to the website of the university online. So for how to go to the website, let me guide you to do that. Okay, first of all, you can kindly go to know more about the university. You can follow my instruction. You can go to the this website, that is https://oia.ugm.ac.id/oex-ugm, and then you can go to that website first. Okay, we will be waiting for the video. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then you may kindly scroll down to the subsection, Partner University. Okay, and then you may click more there. You can go to our partner, and then you may find from our partner university. And then after that, okay, wait for a moment. Okay, if you have already go to the, okay, it seems there's some connection issue. Apologize. So please wait for a moment. Okay, we are still waiting for this technical issue. We are really sorry about this. Okay, The point is that when you have already come to the page of partner university, you might kindly click the university logo, and then there you will be find the university information, all of the university information, and you can see the website over there. All right. Okay, we will retry again once more. Okay, you may scroll down there, and you can find on the university partners. Okay, partner university. You might click on that, our partners, and you may then find the university logo. Okay, let's say for the example, for University of Freiburg, you might kindly take a look, and then after that, you might kindly explore the website for any information you would like to know about the Freiburg University of Freiburg. Okay. That's there you go. This is the example of the website of University of Freiburg. So you will find out all the information about the registration, or maybe about the website, the email, even there's brochure, event, and also there's an official website. You may kindly go to the official website first. After that, yeah. Well, this is the website, mainly in Germany, of course, but you can select actually the language. You can change the language to English, right? Okay, you might kindly scroll up, and then there is the Dutch and English in the right side, top right side. Yeah, you may change the language, then it will turn to English. So there are some information related to the University of Freiburg. If you would like to know more how to apply and other information, you might kindly go to find the email or maybe phone number of the university. Okay, you may take a look there. You may scroll down. There is a contact. There is contact. If you scroll down, so you can you see that. So you can click on contact, and you will find any information how to contact Freiburg, the University of Freiburg. Well, I think that's all. How about to get into University of Freiburg? So right now, I believe our partner from University College of Dublin is here already.
Hi everyone. Hi Riza.
Hello.
Thanks for passing it over.
Okay. So how may I call you? Miss Apple or Miss Chan?
So you can just call me Apple, will do. So I'm sharing my screen now.
Okay. So if you are ready, time is yours, Miss Apple.
Thanks a lot. All right. Hi everyone. My name is Apple Chan. You can call me Apple, and I am a representative of UCD in the Asia Pacific Global Center, based in Malaysia. So generally, anything from admission right until your arrival in Ireland, pretty much you will be seeing me quite a lot. Right after you have arrived in Ireland, I'll pass you over to our team in Dublin, and in that case, their team there will actually look after you. All right. So today I'm going to start my presentation introducing UCD to you all. So for some of you all who may or may not have heard of UCD before, so this presentation, the aim of this presentation is for you to have a brief understanding of Ireland as a study destination, UCD as a university of choice, and finally, how you can apply to UCD. So those will be the three main topics that I'll be covering in this presentation. To begin with, Ireland. So I wonder if how many of you actually heard of Ireland. So maybe some of you have heard before of this country, Ireland, or sometimes you may actually link it with Northern Ireland, which belongs to the UK. The one thing that I would like to emphasize is Ireland, the part of Ireland that we are in is called the Republic of Ireland, and we are a European country on our own with a population of 4.8 million. So it's not a huge population that you are looking at, but the city itself, the capital city, Dublin, is actually a very diverse city where there is many opportunities, and it is also one of the rising cities in Europe that for some of our students, it will present as an opportunity for you when you are studying in Dublin, when you are studying in UCD. Okay, so just a bit of geography here for you all to know where Ireland is. So Ireland is right over here, right beside the UK. And if you are from Indonesia, which is around here, for you to fly into Ireland is approximately 13 to 14 hours. So you can actually transit in some of the Middle East country, or if not, it may be possible for you to get a direct flight to London, and then from London, you can do a transit into Dublin. So there is quite a few ways for you to fly over to Ireland from Indonesia. 4 things I like to highlight about Ireland. So the first concern normally is what language do you all speak? So in Ireland, yes, we have the Irish language, but additionally to that, we are also known to be the #1 English language knowledge country in European. So we have a population of 98% who speaks English as a mother tongue or as a foreign language. So not too worried about it. The signboards in Ireland, they are normally dual language. So you have Irish language and English language. Official documents will normally be published in English language and also in Irish language. So not to worry about it at all. Even including when you are going on with your daily life, the daily tasks, daily routine, to the supermarket, to the grocery stores, to any shops, any places in Ireland, you can just use English. It's totally fine. And second thing I like to highlight is safety. So Ireland is known to be a very safe and peaceful country, including like some of the very important rankings that we have been in. And the third thing being well-being. So for some students who are maybe very concerned about personal freedom, gender equality, so those are the things that Ireland are ranked really highly in the world. And the fourth thing being economy. So like I mentioned, there is many opportunities presented to students who are studying in Dublin. So that includes economy, because we are known to be one of the fastest growing economy in the Eurozone, and it's currently the 6th most competitive market in the world. So there is many different type of industries that are booming in Ireland, with the more prominent one being ICT, pharmaceutical, as well as finance. So I will highlight those slightly a bit more in the next few slides. But before that, we will just talk about the scenery of Ireland. So maybe you have actually seen Ireland before, but you are not aware that that is actually in Ireland. So like the first one is Skelly Michael. So if you have actually seen the Star Wars movie like a couple of years ago, Skelly Michael was actually featured in that Star Wars movie. Some of you, if you are familiar with some of the series in the UK series, a lot of them have actually filmed in New Granger as well. So those are the 2 very famous scenery sites in Ireland, which are also known to be the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. But on top of it, there is also many beautiful sceneries in Ireland, including the Cliff of Moher, including like various hills, fields, park. So if you are interested in nature, Ireland has a lot of that to offer, and it is also a good opportunity for you to explore Ireland when you are studying in Ireland. So those are the things that you can actually consider. And additionally to that, I would like to also highlight a bit of the visa requirement. So we are having quite a different visa requirement in comparison to the UK, because we are an independent country on our own. But one thing I would like to highlight is if you are holding a passport from Indonesia, you will need a study visa into Ireland. The process is straightforward. So generally, all applications will be done online. So just prepare the relevant document as available on the document checklist on the INIS webpage. So the Irish Nationalization and Immigration Service webpage. So this presentation, I've actually shared it with the UGM counselors. So they can provide you with the presentation, and you can just request from them and click into links, have a look, those type of things. And after you have actually provided the relevant documents within 6 to 8 weeks before your travel, once you have arrived in Ireland, you apply for the Irish Residence Permit, and that will be your student visa, when you are studying in Ireland. You just need to renew that every year. So it's very straightforward. And also on top of it, the Irish residence permit is also your permit to stay in Ireland. So if, for example, over the summer, you are looking to travel to other European countries or maybe travel to other parts of the world, and maybe then you don't actually need to apply for the multi-entry visa anymore, and you can just use your Irish residence permit to travel back to Ireland after your travels. So it's really straightforward in terms of the process, and everything, as I mentioned, it's all done online, okay? And another highlight point about Ireland or studying in Ireland is the third level graduate scheme. So the third level graduate scheme, or we call it the postgraduate stay back visa. So if you have completed an undergraduate degree program in Ireland, you get to stay back for 12 months upon graduation. And if you have completed a postgraduate degree, so a postgraduate degree will be something like a master degree or a PhD, then you will get a 24-month stay back visa. So what you can do with the stay back visa? So the stay back visa is a visa that you can stay in Ireland to look for a job, work full-time or part-time. And if, for example, you have secured a full-time job, you can use the stay back visa to work as a full-time employee in the country in Ireland. After the 12 months or after the 24 months, if you are still looking to stay further in Ireland, you can actually seek sponsorship from the company that you are working from for an employment permit. So I have provided those links there. It is some work that you need to do a bit of research on, but the links are all provided there, and it's not a complicated process. So you can have a look when you have the time. And additional to that, we also allow students to work part-time when they are studying. So part-time jobs, you have 20 hours per week during studying time and 40 hours per week during holidays. So for example, like our long summer holiday between May to August. So you get like around 3 to 4 months time for you to work part-time. Our students will use the opportunity to do internships, or some of them may actually choose to do some overseas type of volunteering opportunities as well. So those are the different opportunities that you can explore when you are studying in CD. And also another thing I would like to normally remind students is for them to know their rights. So there is a minimum wage in Ireland, and students for students who have maybe just started working, you can expect a minimum wage of around 10.20 cents euro per hour. So know your rights when you are working. So that is the statistics that we have for you. And like I have given the opportunities that are available in Ireland. So the 3 industries that are currently booming in Ireland, and also where the opportunity presents, and also for international students who are maybe considering Ireland, what are the programs that would be beneficial for their career prospects and also their career plan. So those are the 3 industries here: financial institution, biotechnology and pharmaceutical, ICTs. So if your interests are in these 3 fields, definitely those are where most of the jobs are. But if, for example, your study area or even your interest is not that similar to this, do know that a lot of soft skills can be actually transited into different industry, even if maybe your interest is in international relations or even a language program. Those skills that you have learned in those programs can be transited into your career. And even when you are working in financial institutions, if you know a second language, that is definitely a plus point. If you are working in ICT, if you are coming from a managerial level background, it is also contributing to your experience when you are trying to look for a job. So do know that a lot of skills, a lot of soft skills, a lot of experience, a lot of previous experience, those are the things that you can bring into your job opportunities, and you can also highlight them in your CV or even your interview, which would be helpful for when you are trying to look for a job in Ireland. But I'm just saying that these are the 3 industries. Even when you're not studying these 3 industries, there is still opportunities for you when you are in Ireland. Okay, and spotlight on to Dublin now. So Dublin is the capital city of Ireland. So it is also where UCD is based. So UCD is University College Dublin. So of course, we are actually based in Dublin. So Dublin as a city center of Ireland, it is a very easily accessible city. So you can actually arrive at pretty much all of the other major cities in 2 hours by bus or by train. So there is various public transport options available. And it is also a very easy to navigate city because the Dublin city is actually very compact and walkable. There is the bus, there is the train, there's the Luas. So the Luas is pretty much like a mix between a tram and a train, a light rail. So you can actually try the public transport when you're there as well, because I think it's quite an unusual type of public transport that you don't actually get that in our region. Additional to that, bicycle is also another popular option. So we have like the bicycle lanes all around the city center. So feel free to cycle around or even get a second-hand bike, and then that will pretty much be your public transport when you are in Dublin or Ireland then. All right, and it's also known to be the Europe tech capital because like I mentioned, that is where the job opportunities presented now in ICT, one of them. So we have the Silicon Dock, we call it. The Silicon Dock is pretty much where all the main ICTs company are actually based, as well as we have the International Financial Service Center, which is in Dublin as well, where most of the financial companies are based as well. And if, like I mentioned, because of the very beautiful sceneries in Ireland, you can also use the opportunity because yes, Dublin is a very metropolized city, but at the same time, it is near to the various nature. So we, like UCD, you can actually see the coast of the sea from the top building of UCD. So we are actually near to the beaches, as well as from the south of UCD, there is also the mountains as well, the Wicklow Mountains. So if you are into those type of activities, the outdoor activities, those are the opportunities that are presented. And even like with COVID is happening now in Ireland as well. So those are pretty much the getaway spaces where people go to because it's a public place, because it's an open place. So that is where a lot of our students, our staff, or even like the other people in Dublin, where they will actually choose to pretty much relax when they actually go to like the beaches or even the mountains. Okay. And we are also known to be the gateway of Europe because of the geographic location you see just now in the map. So Dublin is pretty much like in the center of Europe and also in between the US. And also we are known to be the city of literature. So for some of you all who have actually done a bit of research in literature, you may have heard of some of the very popular names, for example, like Oscar Wilde, James Joyce, George Bernard Shaw. So those are the very famous authors, poets, playwrights that actually make Dublin as the city of literature, and we have been known or designated as the 4th UNESCO City of Literature since 2010. So if you are into those type of literature, arty stuff, Dublin has that to offer as well. And this is the Silicon Dock that I mentioned. So these are where the companies are based. So the river in the middle here is called the River Liffey. So the River Liffey is actually the main river that separates Dublin city center into the northern part of Dublin or even the southern part of Dublin. So UCD is based at the southern part of the river, but then slightly south from the river, you will see these are where most of the main companies are based. So the Silicon Dock is around here. UCD is south from it, so it's 4.5 kilometers. It sounds really far, but it's actually not that far. So for you to get between the city center to UCD, it's approximately 50 minutes by bus, 10 minutes by train. And if you cycle, slightly could be around like half an hour to 40 minutes, depending on how fast you cycle. Okay, so it's not that scary. It sounds far or it looks far, but it's actually not that far. And then if you see slightly east or slightly up to UCD here, that's where the coast is. So you can actually see the coast from the taller buildings in UCD as well. So I have a video here, but I am going to play it in the player so that it doesn't break up the audio too much. Just give me 1 second. Let me know if the audio is not working, all right?
Okay.
A welcome awaits you in Ireland, where we're famed around the world for arcade Míle Fáilte,
where miles of coastline meet miles of smiles, music, culture, and fun. Where we even have our own word for fun.
Crack.
Crack.
Crack?
Crack. A welcome awaits you in Dublin, a safe, English-speaking European capital city.
A warm UCD welcome awaits you at University College Dublin, Ireland's global university, based on a large Parkland campus in Dublin's Embassy Belt.
The first choice destination for international students in Ireland.
Where the International Student Society is one of the biggest and most active on campus.
Along with over 130 student societies and sports clubs.
So you can really get involved and make friends from all over the world.
Where we debate the world's big issues.
Where your safety is our priority.
Where there's hundreds of acres of space to explore.
And we're committed to giving you the best possible campus learning experience.
Blended with accessible distance learning tools and options.
Where 42% of the faculty are international.
And we foster a mindset of integration of different cultures across campus.
Where a dedicated global experience team is here to help you get started.
And safe is to make you feel at home.
Where we're all set to give you a Céad Míle Fáilte.
Where all that's missing is you. We look forward to welcoming you to your university, University College Dublin.
All right, so back to the presentation. Let me see if I can actually get it back. All right. So the next part I'm moving into is UCD. So you have slightly better picture of how Ireland, how Dublin looks like, but how UCD looks like now is what I'm going to explain to you. So UCD is famous in Ireland, known to be one of the most globalized university. In Ireland, we have the largest and the most urban campus and in Ireland, and we are also a public university. So our campus is 133 hectares huge. So it is also known to be, like I mentioned, the largest urban campus in Europe. All right, so this is an aerial view of the UCD Bellevue campus. So we actually have two campuses, but most of the activities are actually based in the main Bellevue campus. So the second campus here on the right is called the Blackrock campus. The Blackrock campus is specifically for students who are looking to do a postgraduate business program. So if you are doing something like a master in marketing, master in accounting, in that case, you'll be based in the Blackrock campus. If not, generally undergraduate, postgraduate, or PhD study, you'll be based in the main Bellevue campus. So the differences between the two campuses is that there is actually not much difference. It's just that the main Bellevue campus is way larger, but the Blackrock campus is slightly detached from the main campus, not too far away as well. So you can actually get hop on a bus, and then the bus will actually bring you over to the Blackrock campus. So the Blackrock campus is approximately 10 minutes away from the main Bellevue campus. Just a slightly different campus. Both campuses have their own on-campus accommodation. They have their own facilities. They have their own student center. They have their own gym. So not to worry about it. It's just that depending on the programs that you'll be based on the different campus, that's it. Okay, a few more statistics about UCD, but I won't go through every single one of them. I'll just take the more important one. So UCD is actually ranked number 2 in Ireland in terms of our overall ranking. But based on the individual subjects that you are interested in, some subjects are actually ranked top 1 in Ireland. So it really depends on the majors that you are looking at. I will go through the different majors that are available in UCD that are highly ranked, and maybe you can consider from there. If not, you can also have a look in terms of the various areas of research that we actually do in UCD. And also, we are also known to be number 1 in terms of industry collaboration in Ireland, because we do a large range of research projects as well as internship opportunities, as well as career type of activities as well. And the one thing that UCD is very proud of is we are the number 1 university in Ireland for 3 consecutive years on the QS graduate employability ranking. So we are reputable in terms of our graduates after they have graduated they can actually look for a job. And one of the main statistics that we have is 95% of our graduates move into employment or further education within 6 months after they have graduated. That is one of the things that we are very proud of. And the international outlook, so like I highlighted, UCD is one of the most global of UCD. You can also reach out to the different regional teams and also chat with them, know what are the opportunities, what are the alumni connection that you can actually get as well. Okay. So our campus, so it's a very huge campus. So there is a bundle of facilities on campus, including on-campus accommodation, the student center, the sports center. We have various libraries depending on the subject area, and also modern nature is a very important thing in UCD, in Ireland, in Dublin. So we have a very good balance of the nature as well as modernization within campus as well. So you can explore that when you are studying on campus. So the next part I'm moving on to is program offerings as well as how to apply to UCD. So that will be the last part of my presentation. Bear me a bit longer. So UCD has a large range of studies. So from arts and humanities, business, social science and law, health and agricultural science, and architecture, as well as science. So for students in the UGM or even faculties members in the UGM, you all might know UCD slightly a bit more in the social science and law perspective because we have the relevant exchange agreement and also the Erasmus Plus program, or even like the PRUV research program, which is more. So if you want to know a bit more of those exchange opportunities, you can actually reach out to your UGM coordinator and they can provide you with a bit more information on these type of opportunities to study in UCD. If not, if you are looking to study a master program or even your PhD in UCD, so those are the different fields or different area of research that you can consider within UCD. So the subjects that we are famous for, so I'm just going to highlight the higher rankings one, but pretty much, we have a bit of everything. So the 6 subjects that are currently top 50 in the world is English language and literature, mineral and mining engineering, nursing, veterinary science, library and information management, and last one will be sports related subjects. So for example, like physiotherapy, sports science, sports management, those type of programs. One thing I'd like to highlight is, yes, we have a nursing program, but unfortunately, our nursing program is actually not open for international students. So we only accept local students because we work closely, which came to study with us, like English language and relations and international development. So those are pretty much like the 3 main programs that Indonesian students will choose to study in UCD. But of course, if you are interested in the other fields, you do try to apply to them. One thing I'd like to highlight is we on the LPDP list as well. So if you are studying a major in food science or food engineering relevant, we have the scholarship with LPDP for food technology. So explore that option as well. The information is available on LPDP website. If you have any questions, you can also email us. I will provide our email address at the end of the presentation. Okay. And one program I would like to highlight, business program is also very well known around the world. So not only in Indonesia, not only in Southeast Asia, not only in Asia. So we are well known around the world for our business program because it is a Triple Crown accredited program. So what is a Triple Crown accredited program? A Triple Crown accredited program means that the program is recognized around the world. It's accredited, it's recognized AACSB. So if you are holding a degree from our business school, it's recognized around the world, regardless where you go. So like the few main programs that are famous in our business school will be finance, marketing, management, business analytics, and the MBA program. So if you are interested in that, we have those programs. At the same time, we also have a lot of more specialized business programs. So if maybe your interest is in supply chain management, we have them as well. If your interest is in retail management, we have those as well. We also have like digital innovation, even digital marketing. So if you are interested in those type of more difference, yeah. So pretty much we have a center based in Malaysia for the whole of Asia Pacific. So we cover everything from like recruitment part and also anything from admission. So if there's
Quite correct.
we keep a very close eye on that.
Okay, I would like to know more maybe about the situation in Dublin, because currently we are all facing this pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. How about the situation in Dublin? I mean, is that related to the academic in UCD?
Yeah, I was expecting a question like that, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so about the COVID-19 situation in Ireland at the moment. So yes, they are still under certain restrictions where people are still at work in Ireland anyway. So a lot of individuals are still advised to work from home in Ireland. The university itself is partially open. So with partially open, it means that depending on the program or the modules that you are doing, you are expected to be on campus for some of the modules. So like if you are doing a laboratory module or if you are doing a research module, then of course it cannot be avoided that you will need to be on campus. So in that case, you are allowed onto campus. But if, for example, you are doing a module that is more relevant to lecture or it can be done online, students can actually do those modules online as well. So similarly, to like quite a lot of other universities, what they are doing, we are running a hybrid mode as well. So that is how it is being done in UCD. So with the situation and also the vaccination rollout in Ireland, which is moving very positively and very quickly in Ireland at the moment, we are expecting Ireland to be fully reopened in September. But of course, we still need to monitor the situation a bit more closely to see how quick or how much arrangement that we can get done before September intake is available, so that we can actually open the campus for physical teaching. But at the moment, that is what we are working towards.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the first is from Miss Rida. The question is that, may I know further about the student association? Is there any chance for internet students be part of the association?
Sorry, I missed the last part of your questions there because of the connection. Do you mind repeating it?
Okay, so Ms. Rida is asking about the students association. Is there any chance for international students to be the part of that association actually?
So the International Student Association for Indonesian students is that, and that association, any students are free to join. Even if you are not an international student, you can also join that club and society. We have another different type of student association, which is linked to the student council. So we call it pretty much it's for the whole of university, and you need to get elected into that. And the third type of student association is linked to the individual countries. So it's more of the individual countries government run or even NGO run type of student association. So for example, like Indonesia, there is one specifically for Indonesian students studying in Ireland. So you can actually look up more information on the website for that, but unfortunately that is not actually linked to UCD. So I'm not too sure what are their enrollment process for that.
Okay, thank you so much for the information. Hopefully it can answer the question from Ms. Rida. And it seems Ms. Rima also asked the same question. So we'll go to the second question. This is from Damar Abinawa. So he is asking about, is there any ongoing or annual international student exchange program in UCD, and especially the one related to food science or food engineering and available to our country? Is there any exchange for that in UCD?
So there is exchange programs available at UCD, but at the moment, the exchange agreement is only signed for social science related. So if you're looking at food science and food engineering, I'm afraid we actually don't have them at the moment, but it may be possible to be explored. Most likely you will need to contact your UGM coordinator for that, because normally we need a student to get nominated first before we can go on with the process.
Okay. So currently, for UGM student, only for social science only, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. So next question, we'll go run quickly. It seems because the time's very short. For the next question will be, is there any scholarship for exchange program to UCD?
So yes, there is scholarships available for the exchange program, especially like the field research program that I mentioned, the Erasmus Plus one, as well as the REUP type of research program under NOHA research. So for those information, similarly to the previous question that I've answered, you will need to seek further advice from the UGM coordinator for that.
Okay, thank you so much. And last one question, Miss Apple, about the tuition fee. How much the tuition cost actually in average in UCD?
Yeah, so the information is actually at the last part of presentation, which we didn't have the chance to go through it, but don't worry about that. You can actually have the presentation or request for the presentation later on anyway. So the tuition fee average is approximately 19,000 euro, right until 26,000 euro per year, depending on the program that you will be studying. Generally classroom-based programs. So classroom-based will be like business, social science, and law, those type of program. It will be more towards the 19,000 end. And if you are doing more of a laboratory program like science, engineering, computer science, then those programs will be more towards the 26,000 end then.
Okay, then. So roughly for in average around 19 euro for the tuition fee. Am I correct?
19,000 to 26,000 euro.
Sorry, 19,000 to 20, not 19 euro. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hopefully I answered the question. So it seems this is the last question. And is there any more question from all participants or no? If you still have any questions, you may kindly drop the question again, or maybe you can use the raise hand features in the Zoom. Okay, let me check. Okay, so if there is no more question, I would like to conclude first our presentation, our session now. So for UCD, actually, this is located in, of course, in Dublin, and it has been very famous and well-known campus, and even it is a most globalized campus. And there are some opportunity for students. You can go to the part-time job or full-time job, and also there is for internship program, and there is also available for scholarship. But apparently, unfortunately, the program for Indonesian students, especially for UGM, currently only on social sciences. For other, maybe we need other or further agreement with UCD. Okay, so Ms. Apple, maybe you have some other information you would like to share to us?
Yeah, sure. So on top of the exchange agreement, if, for example, you are looking to do a master degree, you can still do that in UCD. There is no need for any exchange agreement for that, including like PhD as well. So most master's degree in UCD are actually 1 year as well. So it's easy to plan around it. So yes, exchange is an opportunity for students if they want to have a bit of flavor of Dublin. But of course, you are free to explore any options available. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Apple, for sharing. And thank you so much for sharing. And also thank you so much for attending our session, and also for your opportunity. And hopefully our students, Universitas Gadjah Mada student, are interested and can join the programs. Hopefully we can see you again in other opportunities and also other events. Thank you so much, Ms. April.
Yes, okay. Thanks a lot, Riza. Thanks for hosting us. Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great evening, I guess. Take care. Stay safe.
Good evening to you too. Happy weekend. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you for all the participants. I think this is the end of our session for today. And for tomorrow, we'll have the last but not least, we will have the third day. We have from our partner university like University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, and then there is Chubu University, there is Tung Hai University, and some other universities from our partners. And I think this is the end of our session. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Happy weekend and good evening.